this is in what we call LangChain. And then LangChain is one of the top things that anyone does with programming, agentic programming. This is Marketo dynamic email personalization. This I have it run on a frequent recurring basis. This is going into our Marketo instance. This is an overall thread that we do, which is to update the content and then of somebody's individual fields. And I have it mapped into a Marketo program. And then every day, if there are people in that static list, it writes dynamic values for content to them. So this is another example. It runs every day. This could be a premium delivery, a deliverable right now. Build the service while building out the marketing for it. So that is the stage we're at right now. The go-to-market is that we need to alert people into what they could purchase from services for us. And this is an example. Marketo dynamic email personalization. This is what it looks like. It's has in it instructions for the agent to do. So it has literally what it does, and it has this instruction, and then it has a toolbox, which is our own Marketo MCP that he built up and we just published. And this can do anything in Marketo, basically. Part of doing that is it reads a static list based on the instructions. And then Lead Personalizer is the skill, we'd say. And so the skill here is it generates the 4 AI personalized email fields for a single Marketo lead. And so we describe the job for the robot to do, the agent to do, goes through here, actually does it, and we give it some output format requirements so that it can be mapped to fields appropriately. And then this is its instructions. And so awakens with this overall instruction every scheduled amount of time, at which case this would be 11 a.m. So it's scheduled, does this stuff, and then goes to sleep until the next 11 a.m. And that is how Fleet, Smith, LangChain works and could be set up. And we're looking to be able to configure these things based on whatever people's use cases are, build out some test use cases that work well, and tell other people that this is a good way to do things. Candidates for enrichment. This is if your email address is this, let's change it to something else. And then we get it to do 115. We'll see what happens. All right, it'll do that. This is like a new platform operations deliverable. The idea is I call it an agent orchestrator, and it works with and feeds the agent on the other end. It puts people into this static list right here. That's what everyone's doing. So now we've got 115 in there. I guess it worked. And if we go into whatever it was, I'm going to go to the workspace agents, 117 leads in the queue. Yeah, now pulling from 100 in queued list ID, which is exactly that list that I just did, 117. So that means that whatever it is, by whatever conditions we come up, either it be lifecycle triggered or automated or whatever, and then it's now going to process these and then generate AI personalized email field values for this Marketo. So these things are chunking through, each one working on a different record, but this is what a AI enrichment would look like, is exactly going through this kind of thing. So it's like, yes, we want to put through whatever it is. We say, take these. We determine business criteria, determine who's going to be high value enough. People who are looking for LangChain, Smith, Fleet, marketing, consulting. I want to do it by multi-platform, so whatever the other platforms are. But the example is this is on LangChain, but we can also do it on Claude platform. So here's an example. It pulled on Dana finally. Given no behavior data in the window, I'll lean on MOP consultant. Etumos likely deals with Marketo architecture. Best CTAs, service expertise page, or working session booking. Here's the actual for her, AI text 1, and it's a paragraph, so it needs to be like URL encoded on this. So I'm solving categories. Marketo instances that created their original architecture. System on fire, gap between what a system was built. Next paragraph, Etumos works through that through the everyday. If there's a specific challenge, we'd rather spend an hour working through it with you than send another deck. Book a working session. So this is what we could literally direct embed directly in here. And then we can ask it to do whatever structures we want it to do. But this is a real proper example of it. And then this is what we put into as we did the Marketo program that's supposed to capture this dynamic email content. So this is what it actually spits out. AI 1, 2, that there. And so let's preview it as Dana. I don't know if it wrote back. It probably hasn't written back yet to the Marketo. But so that's where I thought the easiest one is just direct dynamism into it.